Hey, what's up, guys? I'm back with another video. So, today is all about, like, the progression through money. This video does not tell you how to make money, it just shows you how to progress to the heart of the mountain and how to properly progress instead of, like, people like, oh, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. Well, actually, you have to go all the way to, where is it? You have to go all the way to Heart of the Mountain 7 before you do anything. That's because people always say, "Oh, you can make money before," but you do not want to do that. One thing I do recommend grinding for it is a royal pigeon. You can claim it through over here, right here. Where's it? You go to here, you can do commission type. You need around 500 for it. It's not that bad to get. It's a really nice item to have. What you can do. Do I have one on me? Memorial. There it is. What you can do is when you have it, you just right click and then bam. Easy. And then you can switch to types if you really want to. So that's one useful thing. So, what equipment you should go for? You should go for. There's two types of equipment you go for, depending on what you want to do. If you want to do anything in the end related by via mining, you get ender equipment. You don't need to worry about anything else. But if you're gonna mine anywhere else, you usually get gem. You want to get glowstone gauntlet, any belt. Well, technically you can get the black belt, but that's too difficult to get. Ancient cloak since it gives fortune, and you also want a 10 star the glowstone gauntlet because it actually gives fortune. And then the roof necklace, because it's a mythic necklace. So, these are your options. Either Ender equipment or this equipment. So you need to pause over any, you can right now. So, okay. So, now we're going to talk about gear. So, when you're starting out, I would recommend going over here and get your first pickaxe and just keep upgrading to a refined titanium pickaxe. That way, you can get a, that way it's a cheap pickaxe you can use, and you're not using uses like what is it, like a Pico Nimbus, because it only has 5,000 uses versus just infinite. Well, I'll explain why later. You start out with Glacier. You can unlock the slots if you want. It's not that bad. And then once you reach Heart of the Mountain 3, I would suggest getting Yog Armor. You don't put Perfect Reforge on it. I did it because I was dumb. So, so what you want is it's depending on how much mining speed you have versus how much fortune you want. You usually want to optimize for mining speed. So usually, because the last slot's a universal slot. So if I go over here, and this is a universal slot right here. You can put any gemstone in the last slot. But you do need a hardstone requirement here. You need hardstone 5. 50,000, no. 150,000 shouldn't be that bad to get. I mean, if you really want to, you can buy hardstone minions off somebody and you can just use that instead. So that's one way to do it, or you can just straight up just get the mining speed for it. A little good luck trying to get mining speed for it. So, because once you get Yogg and you have Glacier, you're like, okay, what pelt should I use? If Usually it's best to start out with a Mythic Golem. You do not have to get Legendary. I suggest Epic it because it's cheaper and or rare or common or whatever. Because if you go ahead and we look at Mythic Golems, you you would want to. It's literally the same. Well, basically, Epics is around as good as Legendary, except it just buffs stats. So, if anything, go with an Epic because it grants you more mining speed and more Mythril powder, and while mining here, and so you can also level it, so you can sell it later. And it's easy to level if it's Epic. You also, but once you hit the Crystal Hollows, you do want to get an Armadillo because it insta mines Hearthstone, and that can help with getting collection for a Yaw. So, and now we're going to talk about gear. So, what tools should you go for? Well, I don't have one of them because I sold it. So, there's a thing called, okay, so you first want to work your way up with the pickaxes over here. Just get a refined titanium pickaxe. Then once you get that with Yogg armor and an armadillo, you want to also get a blue cheese. What? Why? Hello? Is it bugged? Alright, whatever. Okay. So, alright. So, what you want, do not get a blue cheese. I only use it for obsidian mining. You can mine however you want, but for starting out, you want to use, why is this bugged? I'm gonna lobby swap. Maybe it's just bugged. Yeah, it's just bugged. So, you do not need a blue cheese. You can basically get away with no upgrades on a ruby drill. If you really want, you can put like uh, drill fuel in it, just so you don't have to refill it every now and then. But you really shouldn't. The only reason why you get a ruby drill the is for the commissions you're gonna get. For example, I'm pretty sure this is Heart of the Mountain Theory, right? Let's see. Ruby drill. Ruby drill is, yeah, it's Heart of the Mountain 3. You can upgrade into a gemstone drill. And there's also a trick you can do too, which is called a Polaroid book, where you can upgrade the breaking power. Where? Yeah, Polaroid. Where is? Hold on, I am blind. It's this book. Well, basically, you can upgrade the breaking power, and that will allow you to mine everything else in the Crystal Hollows, except for Jasper. But there's no Jasper commissions, don't worry. So, it'll allow you to mine everything in the Crystal Hollows except for Jasper. So basically, you can put a Polavid book on this, so you don't have to get the gemstone drill. It's cheaper to get a Polavid book, and it's you can get it through Rift Collection. This is what you need if you want it. It's honestly not that hard to get 20. So, anyways, and you also want to get it. And once you hit Heart of the Mountain 6, you want to get a gemstone gauntlet. That gives you a ton of mining speed and max breaking power you can get. Basically, you'll be able to mine everything with a ton of mining speed. So once you get Heart of the Mountain tier 6, I suggest getting a gemstone gauntlet. It is very good, and you should not get any drill. You should not get any 455, 555. but you should get a 655 when you're ready to like actually start making money. Because that's when it's only useful. Wow, it's insulting me with a 5 times titanium drop. Too bad I obsidian mine. So, so, but if you do want to get a 655, what you do is you can, since if you watch one of my previous videos on forging my 655, I bought a 555 because you can get some really decent cheap 555s that are decently good. So for example, if there, yeah, see, there's a good one right here. Although it's compact, has some flawlesses in it. Although there's probably not a lot of good ones on auction house right now, but oh yeah, it's actually auspicious too. This actually might not be that bad. Because usually you want auspicious. And in a decent, you can always level compact yourself. It's not that hard to level compact. So usually you can find really cheap, decent drills on auction. And then go ahead and swap it to a 655. And then, what about mythics? Lowest price. Yeah, usually you don't get a lot cheaper good ones. Well, this one, yeah, there's a 10 mil difference though. So, yeah. So basically, if you're just starting in the heart of the mountain, as a recap, you get glaciite and a mithril golem. Go over here, get the pickaxes. And then once you hit Heart of the Mountain 3, grind Hearthstone, get a ruby drill, get Yogg, and then also get an armadillos to insta mine Hearthstone. And since you're going to be in the Crystal Hollows, get this equipment right here. You get the Rift Necklace is pretty easy to get. I recommend recomming it for the extra fortune, but if you don't have the money, just don't. Same thing with any other equipment. And if you are going to be doing anything that end related, for example, obsidian mining, recom your ender equipment. It gives a lot of fortune because it's double stats on it. And eventually do get a 655. Very good. When you are going to get a 655. And there's also one more thing I forgot to mention. There's an accessory that, where is it? That is called an artifact of power. I suggest getting this so you can put pristine and any other gemstones on it. It's also good for magic power if you do have the money to put stuff on it for the magic power. So, very good. Well, it can be very good if you have this stuff, but this is, and gemstone gauntlet at Heart of the Mountain 6. For commission wise, I mean, it's easy to grind commissions, like commission milestones and the Dwarven Mines. And then you can do the Crystal Hollows for XP. If you want, you can do Nucleus runs. For example, getting all the crystals. And once you get all the crystals, you can also get Heart of the Mountain XP plus random loot. Although it does cost you some money because of the automation parts. But if you want to, you can always grind the money for that. So, yeah. And don't forget Ruby Drill and a Polaroid book. Because it's cheaper to buy it. Because it's cheaper than it's cheaper to get than gemstone drill. Just so you can do your commissions. And you can also insta mine the gemstones with an armadillo pet. So, alright. That's pretty much all I had. It was just a rough explanation through progression. I mean, I'm not gonna say any mining guides because I'll be wrong. I'm just saying how to get through it. So, I'm just giving you the rough explanation on how to get through it and how to actually progress through. That's what I'm here for. I'm not here to teach you how to make money. Do not make money until you're harder than round 7 and you have a decent powder to make money. Too many people make mistakes like that, and I've done that too. So, grind harder than round tier 7 first, if anything. And if you need powder, gemstone powder, I suggest armadillo mining, because that gives a lot of gemstone powder. And if you do need mithril powder, mine here, mine in the dwarven mines. So, and there's also one thing I should point out: when you do reach tier 7, and because your dailies change from hard amount XP to powder, so wait for like a 2 times powder lobby and collect it, and also do max out daily powder here when you are powder grinding. It'll help you with powder. So, anyways, it's been real. Have fun. See you around, and goodbye.